Hello and good morning everybody. Welcome to Social Today with me, Jonathan Pollinger of Internet Future. Hopefully we'll be talking to Rich Mehta of Rigorous Digital shortly. Going to be talking about Google AdWords hopefully, and a few other bits and pieces on the digital landscape. Find out what Rich has been working on this week. So while we're waiting for his arrival, just a bit of a summary of the broadcasts so far this week. So Monday was our social media news roundup day, and
I've been waiting for you around the other end.
Here he is. Welcome to the broadcast, Rich. All those things I was saying about you being late, and
I know. Yeah. I've been here since 8, John. I've been here since 8.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably should have had a look down the other end of the cafe then. Even got you another coffee here, look. So good job, you're halfway. That's just a cappuccino there. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, John.
So we've actually, despite all of that, we've still got a few viewers.
Well, that's handy.
So yeah. So just welcome, Elliot. So just chatting all things digital with Rich Mehta this morning. I was just going to sum up the week on Periscope. So Monday had a review of the social media news. Going to make that a regular slot now on a Monday. Going to restructure things a little bit differently actually next week. So we'll have social media news on Monday. Be giving out some tips on Tuesday. And haven't really decided what to do Wednesday or Thursday yet. Maybe back with you, Rich, on Friday.
Maybe. Yeah, no, I like the Friday slot.
Rich likes the Friday slot, so we could well be doing that. Hello, so we got a lady watching from Mexico, so very exciting. Welcome to all the regulars and everyone else who's joined in. Wednesday this week, more guest slots. You're right, you like the guest slots, do you, Rita? That's thanks for the feedback. Wednesday.
Less John.
What?
Less John than the guest slots.
Oh yeah, less of me and more guests. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Message from Sajal in India. It says, "You have Rich, that's good." So there you go, Rich. Wednesday we looked at all-important security on social networks and how to set up two-factor authentication. That might be something you've got a view on, Rich, in a minute. So went through that on social networks and Gmail. Also how important it is to secure your Gmail, because if people have got access to your email, they've got access to everything. So Joe, good morning, very good morning to you. And then yesterday just had a before and after interviews with delegates from the LinkedIn workshop that I ran yesterday. So that's a summary of Periscope so far this week. So Rich, welcome and good morning. Finally,
Good morning. Good morning, John, and the internet.
Good to see you here. What have you been up to in the web world this week, Rich? At least the stuff that you can tell us about.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I've been bringing to sort of a close a couple of projects, which has been quite good. I think nothing too interesting to tell the world about, unfortunately. It's more kind of like integrating WordPress with stuff. So so that's been good fun. Been working with a lot of support clients, just bringing them up to, I've got a couple of e-commerce clients, so it's the Christmas rush now, and making sure everything's running fine. And I'm running a couple of ad campaigns too, using AdWords for a few clients as well. So it's been a busy period, but yeah, good fun, good week. Yeah. How about yourself, John? What have you been up to?
That's a question. This week highlights a couple of workshops. Was over at the Royal Agricultural College on Thursday. That was very interesting. They've got a project over there called Farm 491, all about ag tech. So ran that one with Louise Jenner, which was great fun, and really showing them how to use social media to reach out to people that they can help. So. As in ag tech entrepreneurs. So if there's any ag tech startup type people out there, agtech entrepreneurs, do get in touch, and we'll hook you up with Farm 491, who can provide you with some support. And then yesterday I was running a LinkedIn workshop here in Cheltenham. Rest of the week, kind of like you know what it's like, admin, emails, and other sort of stuff. So today, I thought today we'd talk about a bit about Google AdWords, perhaps try and add a bit of value to the audience.
Who have you bought for that?
Well, I couldn't get any experts, so I thought I'd ask you to talk about. Yeah. I do know that you use Google AdWords. I believe both for yourself and for clients.
I certainly do. Yeah, no, I use it for both. I think I'm a firm believer in practicing what you preach. So I went there first and did it for myself with my own money. So yeah, absolutely, and I was really pleased with the results. So
okay. Just sort of like stepping back a bit in terms of Google AdWords. I mean, there's lots of advertising options out there. There's still all the print options, newspapers. And there's kind of like my world social advertising. So,
definitely,
kind of simple question: why would anyone, or perhaps what sort of business, what would be the reason for going with Google AdWords?
Okay, so I mean, well, I guess taking it right back to advertising in general. Yeah. Online, I mean, the difference between online and print is usually visibility of what people are doing once they see your ad. So you can get a lot more information about, with your online adverts, you can get a lot more information about, how many people see your advert, how many people then click on it, where they go to, then what they're doing on the other end.
Proper tracking and measurement.
Exactly, exactly. It's sort of end-to-end measurement and tracking, from the point of them seeing your ad through to the point of them being a valued customer, if you like. So that's what I like about it, if you like. But that's not to say that print advertising is not a good medium. It really is. Yeah. But it's with any advertising, any marketing, in fact, I think it really is about understanding how appropriate it is for your business, and using your resources to the best possible, end, if you like. So, because we've all got budgets, so. We can't all sort of go and splurge on a massive print campaign and then do a load of digital marketing too. So it's about those decisions really, and for me that's what swings it a lot of the time. So I mean, And
what sort of businesses would you say sort of be suitable for then? Online businesses or offline businesses as well?
I think both. I think both. What you can do with Google AdWords, for example, is if you have a location-based business, so say you run a flower shop, for example, you don't run any e-commerce, but you do run a physical presence, if you like, a bricks and mortar shop. You could run a Google AdWords campaign with a sort of I can't remember what they call it, an extension, an ad extension that just has a phone number on it.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's sort of it pops up on relevant searches that you choose. So you can choose flower shop Cheltenham, for example. And it will pop up with a little ad title, ad copy, and then below it there'll be a button for people to call you. Now you can also do that and target specific locations. So you might choose to run a mobile advert in the location of Cheltenham, so that you're getting people that are searching on the go, if you like. Who would be willing to, they'd be more willing to call you rather than browse a website on their mobile phone, for example.
Sure. So what we're saying. What we're saying there really is it's not just online businesses that Google AdWords can be used for, but bricks and mortar establishments as well, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Welcome, Elliot. Welcome to join into the discussion on Google AdWords. Welcome, Sarah. No, you haven't missed too much because, I nearly said Rich was late then, but actually we were sat at opposite ends of BTP and didn't realise we were both here. So we started a little bit late. So no, you didn't miss much. So if we're looking at, just come back to me a second. If we're looking at budgets then, when it comes to Google AdWords, what sort of budget are we talking about, and what's the best sort of way to use it? Can you have a sort of massive splurge on a campaign, or is it better to be consistent and sort of run your ads week in week out? Any advice on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people get turned off by Google Ads because what they do is they set themselves up an account, they go in with best intention, they pop a few keywords in, set up some ads, and then pop their card on, if you like, with a sort of a capped spend that's quite high, and then when they do that, they don't get much back from it, and that's the unfortunate nature. What I would say, I mean, budget is one of the key sort of things to understand with it, and I get that, you know, if you don't use it, then you don't know what's an appropriate amount. What I usually, the way I usually start off, if you like, for most businesses, is I will start off capping it at about £100 spend per month. So in the first month, I'll look to spend about £100 on the advertising. And during that time, I'm very, very careful and very, you know, watching over what's happening in the account. So it's very key. It's key to watch, you know, stuff like your click-through rate. If that's low, then you want to address what your ad's saying, because people are seeing your ad, but they're not, you know, they're not clicking on it. And why are they not clicking on it? Google AdWords will sometimes tell you stuff like, you know, oh, it's, you know, the quality score, that they call it, is low. And what that generally means is that they're not happy that the page that you're sending that ad to reflects what people expect, if you like. So that may mean you need to change the place that your ad links to. But I think, you know, going back to the cost, I think really £100 in the first month should be completely adequate for you to get an understanding of how well it's working. Yeah, exactly. I'd say, you know, the first month really is a tweaking period. You're not going to get it right first time. If you do, you're very lucky. I mean, it must have taken me about 3 months really to really bed down the campaign that I run now. But I'm glad to say, you know, I can spend £150 a month, and I can know that I will exceed that, if you like, in terms of business that comes back in, directly attributable off the back of it. So that's really powerful. That's really been useful to me as a business, because I can turn that on and off when I need to, effectively. So yeah, no, I mean, I think, you know, that gives you an idea of spend. I mean, ongoing, I'm spending about 150 a month. Sometimes I go for 250 if I really want to have a bumper month. But, you know, in the first month, go for £100, cap your spend at that, you know, tweak it, keep looking at it, you know, every other day or so, and just see what people are doing and how the market's reacting to it, and what Google's telling you to do. The opportunities tab in Google AdWords is really useful for that, actually. If you go in there, basically what it does ongoing is, while your campaign is running, after about a week or two, it'll start making suggestions to you. Stuff like, it might say, oh, you know, if you add these keywords in to your campaign, you'll get this much more clicks. Or it might sort of say, right, if you split these two ad groups out, if you like, then you'll get a better response. So yeah, no, it's really worthwhile. Keep going, logging into the account and checking how things are going. I think that's where most people get it wrong, if you like.
So I guess the message there is it's definitely not a fire and forget kind of thing. It's keep an eye on your Google AdWords campaign, monitor the results using the measurement tools on there, but also follow Google's suggestions, it sounds like, as well, which sound pretty helpful. Excellent. So just to finish off then, any other tips, or perhaps even top tip when it comes to Google AdWords?
Sure. I mean, with Google AdWords, and I will say this because it's a service I offer, but it really does pay to have somebody managing it that really understands how AdWords works. What you can go in there and do it yourself. I'm not going to say you can't, because you can. You can absolutely, you know, start off using the Google keyword tool. Use that to find really good keywords. What you're looking for there is keywords that a lot of people look for on a monthly basis, but that not a lot of other people, that have a low competition rate, because those will be the cheapest ones to get your ads on. So that's what you're looking for. You can then use those keywords to set up your ads, if you like. So basically, what that means is that those keywords that you choose on Google, those will be the things that pop your ads up, if you like, on the right hand side. So you really want good quality keywords, ones that you're not going to have to pay loads of money for, because they're not highly competitive. But I would say that, you know, getting somebody involved from the outset, or at least to review what you've done, can really help, and that doesn't have to cost too much. I mean, getting an AdWords professional in for an hour or so should be adequate to just have a look over your campaign, make some suggestions, and maybe do some tweaking for you after you've set it up, if you like. So.
Excellent. So to sum up there, I think two things came out of that. Keywords really important, and professional advice definitely worth having. And that's obviously something that you can help people with, Rich, isn't it? So excellent, thank you. Thank you for that. So I think that's all for today, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Do keep in contact via intranetfuture on Twitter. Just going on to Laptop Friday now here in Cheltenham, our co-working and networking event in Smoky Joe's. So do drop down there if you're local. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with a social media news roundup. I'll welcome Leanne, just coming in at the end, but I hope you can catch the replay, just talking about Google AdWords and a few other bits and pieces with Rich Mehta this morning. And just finish off with a farewell from Rich. You're on the spot.
Caught me there. Oh dear, so it's time for my farewell, is it?
It is, yeah.
It's my farewell speech for everyone, is it? Right, okay, so...
What are you up to this weekend, Rich? Are you coming down to Laptop Friday?
I'm not today, no. I say this every time you put me on the camera, don't I?
Yeah.
It's terrible, I really want to go to Laptop Friday.
You're very smart. Are you with your pockets square and waistcoat and everything?
Oh, well, yeah, it's sewn in. We can share that little secret with the internet, it's sewn in. But thank you very much, John. Now I've got a couple of meetings today.
Right, okay.
So and a lot of catch up to do. So yeah, unfortunately I'll be chained to my desk for most of the day if I'm not meeting with other people. So but yeah, no, I hope you enjoy Laptop Friday, John, and hopefully I'll make it along soon, because I really do want to go along.